and welcome to Your Journey Yoga. I'm Cheryl. Thanks for joining me today. I hope today is an exceptionally fantastic day for you in every way and all of the people that you love. Share with you a really nice, gentle, stretching flow that is great for particularly beginning yoga folks. If you have never done yoga before, and I know it can be intimidating, been there, we all have. So really just the biggest things, be kind to yourself, listen to your breath, don't push beyond your limits. So sometimes, some days when you step onto your mat, your body's going to be a little more forgiving and a little more adaptable to the poses. Your breath is going to be a little bit easier. It just goes with the territory. So the amount you've had to sleep, what you've had to eat prior to getting onto your mat, how much you've had to drink, what you've had to drink. So they all come into play, and we bring that with us on our mat. Sometimes we just need to de-stress. Sometimes we just need to check out of life for a little bit. Sometimes we need to go a little deeper and really focus on our breath. If, particularly in today's world where we are, we can have a lot of anxiety and frustration. One of the best ways to get rid of that is through your breath and through movement and through being kind to yourself. Because as you're kind to yourself, you learn to be kind to the rest of the world. We can be really, really hard on ourselves. So being able to be kind to us, to ourselves, it's amazing how that kindness and that joy travels into the world. So with that being said, we are going to start on our backs, extending those legs out nice and long. Just lower yourself down. You can pull the knees in if you like, or legs are long. We're going to rest our hands on our tummies. One hand just below your sternum and one just below your belly button. I just want you to notice your breath. I want you to kind of move from the crown of the head through the body and notice if you're holding tension anywhere. Let it go here if you're able. Now slowly pull the soles of the feet together as you pull the heels up towards your bottom and rest your hands on your hips. Now let those knees open out nice and wide. Reclined butterfly. Let those eyes be closed or open, whatever feels good to you. And in our reclined butterfly, we're going to slowly turn our gaze out over one shoulder. Does not matter which shoulder. And just let your head be heavy. So we're letting go of tension in the neck. We're allowing those shoulders to just fall towards the mat. So I just noticed in my right shoulder that I was kind of holding some tension there. Really be mindful. Check in. So see if you can let it go. If you need to kind of wiggle it and then relax, that's fine. So bringing awareness to that body part that you're trying to let go of the tension. Now slowly turn your gaze back towards the sky and then over to the other shoulder. So again, close your eyes. Let the weight of your head just be heavy. Let gravity pull that rotation. So flexibility through the neck, cervical spine. Now maybe you notice your chin tucks towards your chest or your shoulder just a little bit more on one side than the other. That's fine. We are not coming to any particular place. I just want you to get that rotation and feel the release through the shoulders. Now slowly bring your gaze back towards the sky. We close the knees and pull the knees in towards your chest. Hands to your shins just below your knees. Now pull those knees in nice and tight and feel that little release from the lower back. Let's rock side to side. Little massage for the back. Great way to help realign the pelvis. Just feels really good. And we come back to center, keeping that right knee tucked in. Extend your left leg out and down. Release the right arm out to a T, left hand to the outside of the right knee, and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the floor just as best you can. Now that shoulder might lift, that's okay. We're really just working to draw that right shoulder down. And then turn your gaze out over the right arm. Close your eyes and slow your breath down. Now it's slowly releasing the intensity, drawing that right knee back to center. Extend your leg to the sky. Point your toes. Little external rotation through that hip. So you're turning your pinky toe towards the front of the room, heel towards the inside. and a straightening out of that leg. So that hip mobility, we've got that ball and socket joint for the hips. Now can you pull that heel to the outside, so we're turning the big toe towards center. Now slowly back to straight and draw the leg in. So noticing to the point where the knee might want to start to bend. We want to stay just before that. So keeping that knee, that leg long, not bending at the knee. Now we're pointing the toe. See if you can flex that foot, and that's going to add intensity through the back of the leg. Now your hands might be down on your thigh. Maybe you can walk them up to your calf, maybe towards the ankle. So as we start to pull that leg in, be mindful, we want to keep that leg right over the shoulder. So alignment and form is really important in our yoga. We want to keep that body alignment. Now if it feels right to you, start to lift your upper body. If it doesn't, relax the upper body down. So we're using the arms, so we're activating through the biceps. We're activating through the core as we lift the upper body. If that's too much tension in your neck, come on back down. You can keep one hand on the leg and support with the other hand. I just want you to find the place that feels right. Now slowly release it down. Release the hands, point your toes, arms back out to a T. Little external rotation. Remember that external rotation? Heel is in, pinky toe towards the floor. Lengthen through the toes and slowly, slowly, slowly lower that leg down. Now just take a second. Can you feel how much longer that right leg feels than the left? It's kind of a cool sensation. We're going to catch that left side up. Left knee comes in. Breathe. Right hand to the outside of the left knee and gently pull your leg across your body. Keeping both shoulders on the floor just as best you can. Now again, that left shoulder might lift. It's okay. We just want to work it back towards the floor. Now slowly turn your gaze out over that left arm. Find your breath. Now sometimes your body might respond with a little crack or a pop. So long as there is no pain involved, it's all good. I'm just saying that because my feet just popped. Sometimes it feels fantastic, and just letting go of tension. Now slowly release that right hand, slowly roll it back to center. Extend that left leg to the sky. So we're going to point our toes. So we're working that ball and socket joint through the hip. That's a little external rotation through that hip. So again, as the hip rotates out, the heel comes in, the pinky toe now turns towards the front of the room. Now let's slowly rotate back to neutral. Now see if you can internally rotate. So now that heel is working out, big toe is working towards the front. Now slowly rotate it back to neutral. Walk the hands up. Now maybe they come to the back of the thigh. Maybe you can walk those hands down towards the calf. So the more you pull that leg in, the more your knee is going to want to bend depending upon your flexibility. So be nice. And notice if the left side, maybe you're not quite as loose as the right side, or vice versa. Now let's add a flex to that left foot and see what that does behind that leg. So those hamstrings and that calf. Ooh. Very nice. Now if you like, core is strong, draw that belly button in and up. We lift the upper body. Doesn't feel great to your neck? Come on back down. Too much for the hamstring? Come on back down. But we really want to work to keep that leg long rather than bending the knee. Can you feel how that activates through the biceps, through the core? Again, you can support with one hand for the head or both hands to the leg. Slowly releasing that upper body back down. Releasing the arms, point your toes, leg back up, straight towards the sky. That external rotation through that hip, reaching out through the toes and slowly lower your leg down. And allow it to come to rest. Let's draw one knee in towards the chest and then the other. Pull the knees in nice and tight. And let's rock ourselves up or safely come up to a seated position. We come over to the front of the mat. A cross-legged position if that feels okay to you. Now we can have a lot of tension going on in the hips and maybe the cross-legged is not great for us. So you can have your legs out into a V, a small V or a wide V. So really what feels ever good to you. Legs can be out in front, you can be up on your knees, whatever feels okay. So we're gonna come into a forward fold here. Inhale, reaching to the sky, and as you exhale, slowly hinge yourself forward. Releasing your hands and relaxing the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, lift just slightly and walk your hands to the right. Reach to your left fingertips, pressing that left hip towards the mat. Relax the weight of your head. Now keeping that left hip connected to the mat, take that left arm up and over. Open the tummy and chest. Reach towards the side of the room. Now give a little push with that right hand and lift through the rib cage. Space between the ribs. Beautiful long stretch all the way down that left side. As you exhale, release the tummy and chest back to your thigh. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through the center and relax the weight of the upper body down. We inhale, lifting slightly, walking the hands out to the left, reaching through the right fingertips as you press that right hip towards the floor. Relax the weight of the upper body. So just noting that wonderful stretch in the hips, the waist, keeping that right hip connected to the floor with that right arm up and over. Turn your gaze to the sky if that feels okay. Now give a little push with that left hand, lift the right side of your rib cage. Stretching all the little intercostal muscles between the ribs. As you exhale, release the tummy and chest back to your thigh. Inhale, lift just slightly, walk your hands back through the center. Fingertips reach it out and relax the weight of the upper body down. Inhale, circle your hands back by your hips, big circle of the arms overhead. As you exhale, turn to the right. Place your left hand to the top of the right thigh, right hand behind you, lengthen and reach to the crown of the head and slowly turn your gaze out over that back shoulder. So really working to keep that length in your spine. That will help your rotation. It will keep your spine healthy and happy. Breathe. Inhale, reach to the sky, turn back to face front. And as you exhale, turn to the left. Placing that right hand to the top of the left thigh, left hand behind you to the floor, lengthen and reach to the crown of the head, and slowly begin to take your gaze out over that back shoulder. So as we move through the poses from side to side, can you notice the difference in each side of your body? We do not hold the same amount of resistance or tension throughout our bodies. Just like we prefer to eat with one hand, to write with one hand. Inhale, reach to the sky. Come back to center. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, release the chin towards the chest. So just like we prefer to eat, to write with one hand versus the other, our body holds tension differently. So as we move through our practice, it never has to be matchy-matchy on each side. It just needs to take care of yourself and find that space that's right for you. Inhale, lift the head, and as you exhale, lean your head to the right. Right ear coming right over the shoulder. Now we're going to lift that right shoulder towards the ear, roll it towards the back of the room, and then press your right palm towards the floor. Now press your left palm towards the floor. So as we're still drawing the ear towards the shoulder, and those palms are pressing down, we created space all the way down that left side, letting go of tension in the neck. It feels so good. Inhale, lift the head back to neutral, and as you exhale, now lean the head to the left. So just let gravity do the work for us. Keep that length in the spine. Now lift that left shoulder towards the ear, roll it towards the back of the room, and then press left palm towards the floor. Now press your right palm towards the floor. Can you relax your jaw? Can you soften your eyes? Can you feel the length in your spine? release of tension in the neck. Opening up the ear canal. So many amazing things going on right now. Inhale, lift the head back to neutral. Bring the hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, and as you exhale, gently pull the chin down as the elbows close around your ears. So here, starting that stretch at the base of the skull, all the way down through the spine. Inhale, lift the head, open the elbows nice and wide, and release your hands. Let's come forward and up onto all fours to a tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width apart, core is strong. Take a big breath in and lower your tummy towards the floor. Lift your gaze and your sit bones to the sky. This is cow pose. As you exhale, lift your spine, hollow your tummy and chest, draw that belly button in and up. It's as though there were a needle and thread drawn right through your belly, out through the back of your body, lifting. We inhale it back to cow. That was cat. Inhale it back to cow. And exhale once again, lift the spine, hollow the tummy and chest. So we're moving through these two poses, connecting the poses through our breath. We inhale it back, using our full breath to reach the top of the pose. Let's do one more of each. Exhale and hollow. And back to neutral. And sit it back to child's pose. Extend the arms out nice and long. Sit your hips back by your heels. Find the breath. So we're increasing our shoulder mobility here with those arms extended. If you happen to have tighter shoulders and this is not a good place for you, try stacking your hands for the forehead to rest against, or stacking your fists. Maybe it's the neck and the shoulders. So this gives you a little extra lift, not quite so intense, and you're resting on your forearms rather than getting that deep stretch. As you're ready, extend those arms out. Beautiful stretch. Great place to recover. As you're ready, extend those arms out nice and long. Spread your fingers wide. Let's lift the forehead, tuck the toes, and press and lift up to downward facing dog. So a fundamental pose in our yoga is downward facing dog. Downward facing dog can be challenging, so be kind, be patient, be in down dog as long as your body is saying, okay, yep. When you need to come out, allow yourself to come out and back to child's pose. So we press through the palms of the hands and guide our weight back towards our heels. Our head is heavy and our face is soft. Let's inhale it to high plank or high push-up position. Shoulders right over the fingertips. You can always come with the knees to the mat. Core stays strong. Now as you exhale, lift your hips back to down dog. We're going to transition between our plank and our down dog, again with our breath. So inhaling to plank, exhaling to down dog. Again, using that full breath to flow between the two poses. Inhale it to plank. This is our last one. So we're getting stronger through the shoulders. We're working mobility through the shoulders and the hips. Exhaling to down dog. Taking the gaze between your hands, walk, step, or hop to forward fold. And just relax the weight of your upper body down. Now, if you happen to have yoga blocks, if you're just starting out and you have yoga blocks, awesome. So you can put that yoga block out in front of you and use that so that you can actually get that sensation of touching the floor if the floor is not available at this point. So this is a beautiful release for the lower back, amazing at lengthening through the hamstrings, great at letting go of tension through the glutes, the calves. Let's bring the hands to the elbows and a soft bend in those knees. Holding onto the elbows, sway side to side. Just nice and easy. Coming back to center, relaxing the arms. We inhale up to monkey, half lift. Fingertips kind of pointing back towards your toes. Nice flat back, shoulders drawn back, crown of the head reaching towards the front of the room. Exhale, release it back, down to forward fold. Stepping your left foot back. Back knee to the floor if you like, or knee can stay off. Breathe. A runner's lunge. A really nice stretch for the right hip. That left through the front of the left leg. The hip flexors. The lower abs on that right side. Breathe. Let's place that left hand to the inside of the right foot. Rotate your body and extend right arm to the sky. Reaching up as high as you can reach. Flexibility in the spine. Activating those core muscles. Activating the upper and middle back muscles. Lengthening and reaching through those fingertips. Exhaling and slowly releasing your hand down. Let's step that left foot back in to forward fold. Inhale, half lift to monkey. Exhale down. Big step back with that right foot. We hold here. Our runner's lunge or our low crescent. Belly button is drawn in. Back knee can be on the mat or the leg can be long. Place that right hand to the inside of your foot. Rotate your body and extend. Left arm to the sky. Reach it up as high as you can reach. Lengthen out of the shoulders. Working to stack the arms, to stack the shoulders. Can you feel the strength through your core into that upper and middle back? Exhale, slowly release your hand down. Draw that back foot in to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse one dive up. Exhale, left hand down, right arm high, lean in and reach. Extend through those right fingertips. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, other side, lean in and reach. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, open the arms to a nice wide V, gaze to the sky, arch your back, little back bend here. Squeeze those buttons, strong through the belly. Inhale, reach to the sky. Pull the hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale up to monkey half lift. Exhale down, step your left foot back. And then your right. Releasing the knees to the mat. Sitting back to child's pose. Big, slow, deep breaths. Allowing yourself to make those modifications as you need to. And let's slowly walk the hands up. Come over onto one hip, sweep your feet around, and bring the soles of the feet together. Butterfly. Feel the length in the spine, roll those shoulders back. So you should feel the activation through the upper and middle back with that chest opening. We have this natural tendency to kind of hollow out and let the tummy pull back. We want to lift the chest. We want to draw that belly button back and in. Breathe. Now we just let gravity take a hold of those knees. You can use the strength of your legs to press those knees out if you like. Find your breath. Now release the intensity. Keep the length in your spine, chest open. We're going to bring our hands to the tops of the feet. Thumbs to the soles of the feet. Palms of the hands against the top of the foot. And we're going to slowly pull those feet open. So the soles of the feet are working to point towards the sky. This is cobbler's pose. Breathe. So feel how that intensifies through your hips, because as you open up the soles of the feet to the sky, it just naturally rolls those knees open a little bit more. Can you feel that activation through the biceps, through the forearms, through the core, through the shoulders? So really working to keep that tall spine. Now slowly release, soles of the feet back together. Let the heels pull away from you a little or a lot, or you can keep yourself just the way you were. And we're going to hinge forward. Go ahead and let that spine round over. Let gravity take a hold of the weight of the head. Working to put space between each of the vertebrae. Now starting at your tailbone, slowly roll it up, one vertebra at a time. all the way back up. Now let's keep that left foot in and extend right leg out. Sitting up nice and tall. Breathe. Now we can take a hold at the ankle. You can place your hand on the floor. You can take a hold of your shin. So lots of variations with that right hand. Whatever you want to do with it, take a hold. Left arm up. Now we're just going to lean to the right as far as your body wants to go. Now at that point where you feel that you have gone as far as the body's ready, can you roll that left shoulder back a little bit? If the answer is no, that's okay, because it's going to intensify the stretch. Gaze along the inside of that left arm. Close your eyes. Now inhale it back up. Release that left hand behind you, right about at your bottom where your hip and your leg meet. Now extend. Right arm out. We're going to come and transfer. This is a little bit more challenging, but still you'll be fine. If it's not great, don't do it. We're going to shift our weight, lifting our bottom off the floor, and we're going to reach up to the sky and arch back a little bit. So we've got a little bit of a back bend. Beautiful groin stretch, hip stretch. Activating different muscles through the shoulders, the arms, the core, the legs. Slowly lowering yourself back down. Bottom comes to the mat. And let's switch sides. So now that left leg comes out, right foot comes in. We sit up nice and tall, and I want you to notice kind of what your hips are doing. So depending upon how tight you are, you might have to kind of lift over onto that right hip, and you might feel some space kind of underneath that left bottom, the back cheek. If you're able to, get both sit bones, plant them into the mat. Now that left hand, take a hold wherever you want it to be. Floor, shin, ankle, knee, whatever you like. Right arm up and over. Leaning over to the left. Beautiful long stretch through the waist, up to the ribs, out through the fingertips. Gaze can be up towards the sky, anywhere you like, so long as you're not causing extra tension. Now, as you reach out, when you've come to that lowest point, can you roll that right shoulder back at all? And can you feel the change, the shift in that? I just went from about 4 to a 7, which is really kind of where you want to be. You want to hover kind of in that 6, 7, 8 range on the intensity scale. Never a 10, guys. No reason to go to a 10. Inhale it back up. Now we're going to release that right hand behind us, kind of right behind your bottom or your hip. Left arm extends out. Now we're going to shift our weight, and we're going to lift the hips, open the chest, stretch through the belly, and let that left arm be heavy behind us. Close your eyes and breathe. Slowly releasing your bottom back down. Slowly releasing your hands. Pulling that left foot in, sitting cross-legged. Once again, inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward, reach it out. Nice little release for that lower back, neck, shoulders. Inhale, circle your hands back by your hips. Big circle of the arms overhead as you hinge up tall. Pull the hands through heart center as your hands pass by your face. Close your eyes. Release the backs of the hands to the tops of the knees. Bring your index finger to touch your thumb. Find your breath. As you inhale, spread your fingers, open your palms, draw the fingernails back towards your toes. Feel that stretch across the palms of the hands. As you exhale, gently bring middle finger to your thumb. Inhale, open the palms, spread your fingers wide. Feel that stretch across the palm. As you exhale, ring finger to your thumb. Still sitting up tall. Inhale, open the fingers, spread through the palm. As you exhale, pinky to the thumb. Inhale, open the fingers, spread your palm. And this time, as you exhale, whatever finger feels natural to you, bring it to touch your thumb. Eyes are soft. Face relaxed. Allow yourself to breathe slow and steady. Now, as we breathe slow and steady, bring your awareness deeper inside. Feeling a sense of joy, a sense of accomplishment. You've done something beautiful for your body today. The mind is quiet, the heart is open. There is positive energy moving freely through you and from you out into the universe. Feel that joy, that sense of peace. Take just a moment to simply breathe. And as we bring our practice to a close, I always like to finish with a few words. These words are always something that you can take with you or just let them float on by. The energy you bring with you affects everyone around you. Do your part to make that energy as positive as you can. Let's gently open the eyes. Take a big breath in, reach to the sky. And exhale, pull the hands to heart center. Thank you for joining me today. I hope your practice was one filled with joy, filled with exploration. Maybe you learned some new things about yourself, some things you need to work on, some things that just are amazing and you're already great at. The beauty of yoga, guys, it changes every day. You're on your way. Stay with it. It's a life changer if you let it be. Thank you for joining me today, choosing to allow me to be part of your day. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Until the next time, namaste.